Yeah, the analog delay is fantastic.
That's one thing about a Strat down here is a lot of noisy. That's not bad. Dude, I love Strats, but it's like there's always those little field issues. And it's like I want a Strat that I can get like that kind of distortion on, and this, that kind of clean tone off of, which I find is not terribly easy to find. I just love that. I've been on a big like R&B kick lately. This is Wino. You know Wino? The Obsessed, St. Vitus. So it's a local legend guy, and I was in a band with him and the drummer Clutch. And like Clutch grew up listening to this guy. He's about 60 now. Yeah, it's sort of thing behind him.
Oh, okay.
So I played with him after the bass player died, who was my good friend, and he played in Resin actually. All comes around. But Wino gave me a pedal that was an MXR pedal, and it was this weird blue one-dialed, and it did this, and it was like I had it, and I had no use for it, which I think is why he gave it to me. It's like you couldn't dial it in to really do anything practical with it. And that's the thing is with effects, I find it's like, I try not to overdo it on it because it's, for myself, I love effects, but it's like, I don't want to be like, have effects just have them sitting around, you know what I mean? For turning me on to this thing.
However I said it, I'd always use the auto wah, or not the auto wah, the analog delay, and at its lowest setting for like just to give it more punch.
A little reverb, sure.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea.
Like a poor man's chorus or something.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Oh, we should get that output level. Alright, so is there, to be honest with you, I did something like this a long time ago when I was out west, but I haven't since then. So is there anything specific? Is that thing running right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we, like, I mean, like, what would you, like,
ideally, just because it's unique, I guess just, it's
I'm
range,
sorry,
when you think of it,
I didn't realize it was still running. It was running. I didn't want to.
it's all edible.
What, okay. See how much louder that is? Active.
Yeah.
With the slat back. Just trying to figure out the different like platforms that it has. It's weird that it's got just a mid range on it for like the EQ. This would definitely be cool if it was something in recording. This is like studio stuff that I love messing around with because it's, you could just use these in layers, you know? It's, I mean, and it effects like this, I'm just probably not even a creative enough guitar player to be able to put one of those into total motion. But this thing is badass. Like, just that Waveshaper that you were.
I mean, that's the rare one. The other ones, you buy in bulk.
Wow.
It's just that I don't know why the Waveshaper is so rare. And some people have tried to make clones of it, but as with anything else, the clone is not quite the exact replacement.
Sure.
And I had one, ironically, that was, I found it at a flea market. It was only $5. I went ahead and paid for it. But it was a rack mount, and it was just called a Waveshaper.
Really?
And there was actually fog in the AV, you know, it had the little dials.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, there's no way this thing works, but I mean, $5, sure.
Yeah.
And it worked flawlessly. and
with moisture inside of it.
Yeah, and it was very close to the same thing, but it was a rack mount. And I didn't have a rack, I didn't have anything, but through friends borrowing it, somebody ended up using it for parts. I won't say who, and it never worked again. So, but it was weird to find somebody else that made it. But I mean, Korg,
was it Korg, the rack mount?
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
I'll tell you, the delay is absolutely. I have not found that delay. I bought about 5 delay pedals in the last several years that I've been trying to get just a basic. You know, I think every guitar player who likes delays, who grew up in my era, like wants that Pink Floyd. You know. I mean, it's like the best delay that I've personally ever played through. This is, oh, dude, like that's, I would get this just for that delay. Listen, you know what the auto was doing? I just noticed it. You gotta like, it's when you sweep forward on it. It's like the old Tom Maxwell from the old Nothing Face, and you know, hell yeah, that's what he would always do. Is he would do like a riff. Just do that, but if you step forward on water, you know, it just pitch shifts as it goes up. And yeah, that's.
Yeah, the auto wah, I only ever found one setting I had to like very finely tune into it, and I could only strum the strings just so hard. Everything else was just noise.
Huh.
Like the gain was just too much, or I don't know. It just always was either all on or nothing.
Well, I got.
What the fuck?
One thing is that drops off so much in level, and the level's all the way up. The only thing about that just is very sensitive. Keep going back to the delay. Yeah, and again, I wish I remember what that pedal was, that MXR pedal, but it's just like that, and I don't even really know exactly what to compare that to as far as like other delay or not delays, but just effects in general. But
I've always described it as a fuzzy distortion. It's like a B-buzz.
Yeah, exactly.
You can either get a real high tune or lower it out the bass.
Right. I would. Yeah. I mean, again, I think that something like that you could have fun in. You know, this whole thing, like studio-wise, just plug it right in. Definitely get some killer tones out of it. What other effects do you have? That's,
Yeah, when I heard that Waveshaper, I just, no, I have to have this.
oh yeah. It's not practical for fast 16-year-olds, so. Sharp distortion. It's weird. It's that I almost like the distortion on that better than on that.
Yeah, I never cared for that OverDrive.
Yeah, it's
You have the all else.
That's kind of a nice cut to it. Is there a clean tone with that?
What do you mean?
Does that's only distorted? You can't use that like the format and that. See, that would almost interest me more. You know, if they had sort of like, you know, the general effect of it minus the distortion would be like, yeah, that just to me I think would be a cool thing that I wish that had. But distortion on it. It's definitely unique. What are you running through now at home?
I don't. I haven't played it in like 10 years.
So
that's why I wanted to bring it over, because like
sure.
I said, I don't have any equipment.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to. I should have prepped myself a little bit better and thinking of things that, but I wasn't exactly sure what it was that you had.
I spilled some water.
Oh, don't worry about it. Dude, I do that all the time. Is there anything specific you want me to try or say about it or anything like that? I mean,
just what your thoughts are, I guess. Just
yeah, I mean, like I said, I think I like the distortion on it, but I'm very curious to see what it would sound like if it was clean tone. I don't hate the OverDrive. I mean, I think that different distortions all have a home in some place, you know, whether it's thin or too, thicker. Just, I have guitar pedals that are just, and bass ones that are distortion ones that are anywhere from like $30 up to, $300, and it's sometimes the $30 ones get the job done better.
Yeah.
As far as capturing the sound. I love the delay. It's my favorite delay of anything that I've ever owned, personally. And the Distortion Wah is just, I'm sure there's something in there, it's just got to get tweaked a bit. And the shaper is definitely unique. That is for damn sure. That's for damn sure. So, yeah. To see what like different. So what is it's not a distortion like? There's a little. Like a riff situation or like a chord progression? Like, where do you ever find yourself like?
I mean, like I said, I usually put it like on the deepest setting, like, which I think would be, gosh, it's been so long since I've even used this thing. Would it be like this, I guess? And then I put this on the like absolute shortest delay time. Chords mostly.
That's what you just did. Definitely was the topper on it. Very noticeable too.